Hey everyone, A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, it's Tom Numbers here. So, those of you that watched my show yesterday will know that I predicted that the Seahawks would win the Super Bowl, they would beat the Patriots, which from some perspective, some obvious perspective, sounds counterintuitive. Hence we're all about Patriots here. But it's a complex game, but it's also somewhat simple when you can see through the trees. So if you watched the show yesterday, you'll understand my reasoning for that. Hey folks, and I've done so a lot of you subscribe to my Locals, which is a paid subscription, my exclusive channel where I can talk sometimes more freely without the algorithm adjusting things, censorship and all that stuff. So I do a show each Monday at the beginning of the week. Sometimes it might be Tuesday, but usually it's Monday. So I've just dropped the new episode today, and I've talked more about the reasoning for the Seahawks winning. And if you're interested, those of you that have subscribed, go and check out the video on Locals. And if you're interested, I show you a hidden connection between Back to the Future and the Chinese astrology. So, if you want to know, I would go there. I'd go and subscribe. You can watch the first couple of minutes for free, and then if you want to join, it's about, cost of a cup of coffee per month, something like that. Depending where you have your coffee, but it's the way you can support my work, and you get extra exclusive content in numbers and decodes. And now, as I'm dovetailing the astrology, and you're getting that as well. So, but if you want to really get to the crux of the matter, then I tie Back to the Future with the Chinese astrology and why it's appearing to me now that it's very important. And it's another piece to the puzzle and adds more depth. So, yeah. But Seahawks, some of you put in the channel yesterday or last night and throughout the day today how you were surprised. I think there were slight favourites depending on the betting markets, but because Patriots had such a recent great history in the Super Bowl, with the likes of Tom Brady, etc., that it seemed counterintuitive that the Seahawks would win. And at the time, I felt, when I really drilled into it, the reason I said yesterday, there's more in the video in Locals, which I told you about, but the reason I felt that Seahawks would win, it was almost like the lesser of two evils. So the enemy sign of the Patriots is the snake. We're still technically in the year of the snake, and they're a pig team. They were founded in the pig energy back in 1959. And then the Seahawks are a tiger. Tiger's 59 in numbers, Joker. They're a tiger energy team because they were formed in 1974. And the tiger and the snake don't necessarily get on that well, but they're not enemy signs, which some AI was trying to tell incorrectly. So that's why I feel that the game was kind of quite low scoring at first. There wasn't really any touchdowns until later in the game. So yeah, it seemed like it was the lesser of two evils, but when I saw that the Seahawks, it wasn't their enemy sign, it was definitely the enemy sign for the Patriots. I just couldn't see how Patriots would win. So I was pleased with that result because I've been able to correlate things like Leicester City. I do believe that Tottenham Hotspur, unless there's another team that I haven't figured out yet, I think they'll win the Champions League because of the Year of the Horse. Sporting Lisbon is another one in the Year of the Horse, but it's pointing more towards Spurs. I need to go through all the teams on the Champions League and just drill into it more, but that's what it feels like at the moment. Maybe England for the World Cup. They won it. The only time they've ever won a tournament was in the year of the Fire Horse. The Fire Horse is coming up from February 17th onwards. February 17th in numbers is 233. John Fitzgerald Kennedy, 233. Follow the White Rabbit, 233. Gold Back Digital Currency, 233. And Tottenham Hotspur, 233. The other thing I just realised this evening, I was in the shower 88 Trump, there you go. And I was thinking, an 88, obviously 88 miles per hour, but I was thinking about Tottenham, and then I was like, the name. So we're going into a Fire Horse. They were founded in the year of the horse. The Fire Horse starts on February 17th, which is 233. My name, actually, one way to say it, Tom Sidney Bushnell's 217. February 17th would be 217. And that, the other part of the name of Tottenham Hotspur, so spur, like the spur on the horses, you know, the things that kind of giddy up, you know, for the horses or cowboy, the spur, but then hot, and it's the Fire Horse. So I'm like, okay, so that's another piece I feel with the Tottenham Hotspur stuff. And then with the Champions League. And I found some others I'll talk about in the next few days that seem to correlate with the astrology. So it's really very interesting. But if you subscribe to my locals and you see the full show that I did, at the end you will find out the connection between Back to the Future and the Chinese astrology. And it feels like a missing piece to the puzzle. It really does. So, anyway, yeah, I think you'll appreciate it, and I think you'll enjoy it. I certainly did when I discovered it today. I think it was today. Was it like last night? No, it was today. I was like, oh, that's very good. That's very good. So, Freddie Mercury was playing Bad Bunny. Interesting. Okay. Who knows? Maybe. I'll need to watch that. I'll need to watch it. Yeah. Hey, everyone. So we'll find out. We'll find out, won't we, as time goes on. I did see a clip as well. President Trump's been talking about the crypto, saying they're going to do something very big again with that, kind of reiterating words he's had before on it. Again, there you go for the Super Bowl, the US Super Bowl. You get your Tangent card. There you go. Or the green one. There you go. Green one for the Seahawks. How about that? There you go. Anyway, all right, folks, I'll see you tomorrow. And if you're on locals, say hi over there as well. God bless. Take care. Bye.